straight into the roof of the net. Nice one. Straight down the middle. So a good performance from both teams here today.
Hi and welcome to Firstpost. I'm Rupha Ramani. Let's get started. Right on the show today, we continue to give you all the latest in the drama that's unfolding around Indian cricket team and the captaincy of the T20 format. Murmurs suggest some BCCI members and the new head coach Gautam Gambhir are at crossroads, even as Suryakumar Yadav and Hardik Pandya remain contenders. Over in football, can the magic of Yamal and Nico Williams be replicated in club football? Will that become Barcelona's calling card to reclaiming success after what has been a rather torrid few months with the sacking of their ex-player and manager, Xavi Hernandez? And we rounded up with Formula One. If you thought four wheels and speed is all that F1 drivers care about, then you got to watch this. The love for the four-legged furry creatures may hold the key to the new bromance brewing between Lewis Hamilton and rival Charles Leclerc. But first, the headlines in Sports 360. Starting with football, Argentina's vice president, Victoria Villarreal, has defended their football team's racist chants against France and their players. Villarreal said no colonialist country is going to intimidate us for telling the truth they don't want to admit. This after FIFA started an investigation against Argentina for demeaning French players through that song. Over in tennis, Rafael Nadal and his partner Casper Ruud have advanced to the semi-finals of the tournament. They won their round of 16 encounter in a closely fought tiebreaker. The United States is at risk of losing hosting rights to both the 2028 Summer and 2034 Winter Olympics, so warns former IOC member Dick Pound. America is currently investigating Chinese swimmers' Tokyo Olympic doping scandal. Pound feels that if USA tries to overturn the anti-doping committee WADA's decision, they are at risk of losing the hosting rights. Ahead of the Olympics, a far-right extremist has been arrested in France for his alleged plans to sabotage the Paris Olympics. French police suspect he was plotting an attack during the multi-sport event that starts next week. The 18-year-old suspect allegedly made threats against the Olympics in a Telegram group. And one of India's medal hopes at the Olympics, Antim Pangal, is still awaiting her support staff's visa for Paris. Indian Olympic Association's president P.T. Usha has in turn blamed IOA's disbanded ad hoc committee for the visa delay. Pangal had in fact borrowed money to book tickets for her entire support staff. Too many cooks spoil the broth. We've all heard of this phrase. But is that where the Indian cricket team is currently? Too many heads and too many opinions coming in to decide one single thing: who will be the captain of India's T20 squad? The very logical and practical decision, one that the BCCI had made long ago, was that of all-rounder Hardik Pandya taking over. He's had a great run as captain with the Gujarat Titans franchise. Things, of course, went south rather quickly when he made the move to Mumbai Indians and was made to captain that side. The consequences of that have been well documented, but he rode the wave, delivered a heroic World Cup, and came home to this. And there were the strongest feelers that Hardik will ascend the throne post Rohit Sharma as the T20 captain for India. But much has happened over the last 2 days. 48 hours is a lot, enough to throw up another candidate in Suryakumar Yadav. Little experience as skipper, but enough to make the BCCI delay announcing the squad to play Sri Lanka. Remember, the Indian squad is supposed to reach Sri Lanka on the 22nd of this month. The T20 series will start on the 27th with back-to-back first and second T20 games, with the last one then taking place on the 30th. All games to be played in Palikili. But now, coming back to the decision at hand and what's happening in the boardroom, murmurs suggest that new coach Gautam Gambhir and some of the BCCI bosses are at loggerheads, not only over the appointment of the skipper, that's not just it. With the tenure of Rahul Dravid, the tenure of the support staff ended as well. So the announcement of the rest of the coaching staff is also pending. BCCI has a few people in mind for some of those places to support Gautam Gambhir as part of the extended coaching staff, like Zaheer Khan. The former fast bowler seems to be on BCCI's radar as one of the coaches, but Gambhir has a few others in mind, some of whom he's played cricket with internationally and some he's coached alongside, like Vinay Kumar, former India pace bowler, and Abhishek Nair, former India batter who Gambhir shares a very close bond with owing to the Kolkata Knight Riders setup, the same setup that went on to win the IPL this season. Now, I did mention before this appointment, the appointment of Gautam Gambhir as head coach, that he is one who likes things in a certain way, a certain pattern and a certain system in place for him to function freely. Now, he's a strong-willed person and he's also someone who believes in a manner that will guarantee him results. But with both parties here being firm, there's obviously a lot of back and forth going on. Now, I'm certain that this will tide over. The only concern now, though, is that so many of these goings-on are out in the public space. How will this impact the Indian dressing room? Because we are also hearing that Rohit Sharma has been asked to weigh in on whom he thinks fits the bill to step into his shoes as T20 captain. And reports lead me to believe Rohit is also leaning towards his state-mate for the top job. Now, it's great to get insights from people who know the dressing room best. It always helps as they've seen these cricketers up close. But the concern is, will there be friction once the decision is made? Will there be some unpleasantness? After all, everyone has to work together towards the ultimate goal of winning. A common objective. Will everyone come together keeping these professional decisions aside? That's the worry and the concern, because it's another 2 years before yet another World Cup comes knocking. This one's important. It's in India and Sri Lanka in 2026. So time is less and there's much ground to cover. A transition like this needs to be effortless. That's how best relationships blossom and develop into something special. That's when milestones are achieved, records are broken. Whatever the final decision, Gambhir, the coach, needs to ensure that his own words, that of a happy dressing room is a winning dressing room, are implemented in the Indian context as well. Barcelona loves a good threesome. Wait, I know what you're thinking, but that's not what I'm talking about. Every team has a secret sauce recipe, and for Barcelona, it's their tryst with trios. First, it was MSR. Lionel Messi, Samuel Eto'o, Ronaldinho. Then came in MIX, Messi, Iniesta and Xavi. And then, of course, the terrorizing MSN, Messi, Suarez, Neymar. One thing is common, Messi. And before Messi could find an equally potent combination after this, he had to leave his boyhood club. And ever since 2021, the void of Messi has been felt. No Champions League glory, one La Liga title and heartbreaks in domestic leagues. And salt on their wounds, watching their biggest rivals, Real Madrid, collect silverware after silverware. A glimmer of hope came when goal-scoring machine Robert Lewandowski joined Barcelona a year later. But a Messi-like figure still absent. Barca desperately needed a youngster who could emulate Messi's journey, a young sensation who can dribble past defenders, his pace and potential, one to take Barcelona forward. That's when new kid on the block and the new sensation now, 17-year-old Lamine Yamal, happened to Barcelona. That happened in 2023, much like how Messi happened to Barcelona way back in 2003. 2 decades apart, it was the arrival of two 16-year-olds that created a huge uproar in Barca. And Yamal is living up to the comparison. He just won a Euros. And they have a senior campaigner in Lewandowski, of course. So Barca just need one more piece to continue the tradition of the trios. And the answer to that problem seems to have also come in the Euros. Another star from Spain's campaign, Nico Williams. Reports suggest Barcelona are making moves to sign up Nico Williams over from Athletic Bilbao. And we have also seen what Yamal and Williams at wing can do together. They can go past any opponent. And the lethal duo's on-field link-up isn't just down to their impressive footballing skills.
We understand each other perfectly. He creates a lot of spaces for me and I do for him. Because if a defender has to focus on one of us, the other one will have a one-on-one chance. We are like brothers. I have him as my little brother. I love him a lot and I'm really proud of him.
Williams calls Yamal his brother. But when it comes to the two, you know who pulls out the big brother card occasionally? It has to be the 22-year-old Nico.
Well, I think it's clear, right? Who scored? No, it's a joke. He's my little brother. We have that joke among each other about who's the father of who. But I'm really proud of him. He's doing incredible things at 17.
Jokes apart, their chemistry on the field is for all to see. It's magical, and that's been the backbone of Spain's success. But it's their chemistry off the field that makes them understand each other that much better on the field. If Williams' words weren't enough, here's the proof. Time and again, we've seen the brotherhood on the pitch, from the two dancing together, celebrating together, and cherishing those moments together. The two love playing alongside each other, and what better place to do that than in Barcelona, a club with legacy and history. But this sounds far easier than it actually is. Given the brilliance that is Williams, Barca will have to fight off suitors to make this dream come true for themselves and, of course, football fans. Williams has quite a few potential suitors, no? Real Madrid aren't playing spoilsport here. They are happy with Bellingham, Mbappe, Vinicius and other Avengers in their team. Any more star talents and they'll have to take turns in a single half of the game itself. The interest has come from the country Spain defeated in the Euros final, England. It's believed that both Chelsea and Arsenal are interested in the 22-year-old. But given the rapport Yamal and Williams share, there is no other joy Yamal would have than playing alongside his best friend. And Barcelona needs this about now. It's been a season to forget. Their manager, Javi, was sacked. Barca was accused of not having funds like they once had. Dirty linen was washed in public. A club like Barca that has seen blinding heights needs a silver lining right about now. And the path to that, back to glory days, passes through Williams and Yamal reuniting. A combination that will prove to be what Barcelona needs, what they are looking for. And the best sight for any football fan is the two playing alongside each other once more. That's something everyone should get to witness, whichever club it is for. In this case, Barcelona. Barcelona owe themselves and football this huge favour. Sport advocates unity, camaraderie and friendship. But it's hard to maintain that at times when winning's at stake. You would never see Lionel Messi grabbing a pint of beer with Pepe. Forget rivals, even certain teammates fail to see eye to eye. Can play together but will never break bread at the same table. Take Pakistan cricketers Shaheen Shah Afridi and Babar Azam. Moving to Formula One, that could get rather nasty. The bitterness could spill out on the tracks. But what if you're bound to each other by your love for furry creatures? That might ease up the situation against your rivals a little bit. Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton's dogs, Leo and Roscoe, met for the first time ahead of the Hungarian Grand Prix, and the two immediately hit it off. I'm of course talking about the dogs. Hamilton and Leclerc may be driving for rival teams now, but they will unite at Ferrari next season. So is the growing friendship between Leo and Roscoe a good sign for Leclerc and Hamilton?
Up until 2020, when Lewis Hamilton used to enter the Formula One paddock, the situation was usually tense around him. No words spoken, just a quick glance at his rivals Max Verstappen and Fernando Alonso, to name a few, and particularly the ones Hamilton has it hard for. But things seem to have changed today. There is bromance in the air between Hamilton and his rivals. Or should we say, one rival in particular, Ferrari driver Charles Leclerc. Now we've seen them respect each other, but there seems to be a sense of growing fondness between the two. And they aren't even driving together just yet. In dating terms, it's safe to say they have gone past the talking and getting to know each other stage. They've gone past the nervous handshake and exchanging smiles, lauding each other in press conferences. While dating, the next stage is the friends' approval. We can affirm it's stage 2 with Leclerc and Hamilton. In the lead up to the Hungarian Grand Prix practice session, Leclerc entered the grid with his dog Leo, and Hamilton was accompanied by his dog Roscoe, and sparks flew and the two immediately hit off. Leo and Roscoe were chasing each other, playing around and even posed for photos together. The dogs seemed to be mirroring their persons, Leclerc and Hamilton. Hamilton's Roscoe is a bulldog, massive when it comes to body size, and is a top dog. Much like Hamilton, a well-known name in Formula One, an experienced campaigner, and of course a strong personality on the grid. Leo, on the other hand, is a miniature long-haired dachshund. A handsome one, smaller in size and younger, but has the potential to even take on a bulldog. Just like how he challenged Roscoe during this interaction. Quite similar to Leclerc, a charming driver with the potential to overhaul top guns like Hamilton and Verstappen. So clearly, if the dogs approve of each other, it's a huge thumbs up for their persons too. A big relief and another tick for their friendship on the grid. A friendship that has been developing for a while now. Hamilton and Leclerc are driving for Formula One's biggest rival teams, Mercedes and Ferrari. But from 2025, Leclerc and Hamilton will be driving alongside each other at Ferrari. And ever since Hamilton's news of joining Ferrari came out, Leclerc's been growing warm towards the Brit. When Ferrari announced the signing, Leclerc himself said that there is a lot of respect between the two. All this, of course, comes at a time when there have been disputes and flare-ups between Leclerc and his current Ferrari teammate Carlos Sainz. After the Spanish Grand Prix, the duo was seen having an animated discussion. They even blamed each other for losing the race. So even as Leclerc and Leo seem to have moved on, let's not forget there are races to be won and championships at stake. Because we all know Hamilton and his hunger for victories. He didn't even spare his teammate Nico Rosberg in 2016, nor did his relations with Fernando Alonso at McLaren hold ground for long, because his intentions have always been to win. But looks like that is Hamilton of the past. Maybe the Brit has changed now that Leo and Roscoe are also involved. So if things ever go south between Hamilton and Leclerc, the dogs might intervene to salvage the friendship. For now, things look bright and happy for Hamilton, Leclerc and their Ferrari era. I guess Ferrari fans have Leo and Roscoe to thank for that.
Time for last serve. The uniform reveal is something everyone waits for ahead of the Olympics. So many countries, different colors, different designs. It's all very exciting. Mongolia recently revealed their Olympic uniforms and it has the internet going gaga. Take a look. Talk about wearing your tradition and your culture on your sleeves. But that does it here on First Sports. Thanks for joining in. I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
As the world warms, nature's sentinels will rise. As a billion hands will dig deep to write a new future for our planet.
On the show today, the T20 World Cup run by
and welcome